Okay, Abusia, Yabamo Bibi Akwaba. Abusia, Yenina Bekai, Agyapadie document, Akyem mafias. Na Abusia lawyer bia, ye friend no Johnny Kulendi or ye NPP lawyer under Akuffo government. Na Addo nankasa appointed Papano Edeniko Supreme Court. Sa, but aya netai da na Addo appointment in the chino, Abusia, na ehu. Sa na Addo appointed lawyer Johnny Kulendi de no Supreme Court say anko beye Akyem mafias apedie ede amom enso anko ba ne sa enda me no woka say no serious fight between NPP lawyer friend Johnny Kulendi and Akyem mafias. Abusia Kevin Taylor aba ede munchemu aba bedumia mepese mbebe akọ ne akwakuti ensema ekọs ne be na sana be kono me sure say dwumadi wonya like ya obe like share ma for Francis into me enkebi bedamasi
Kulendi Supreme Court judge na former Attorney General Gofredame eko shia den Jakpa woni fie no because also tia say Jakpa Yoni Kulendi nyere busuani Gofredame ena nadamfo ene judge ena oka kire Jakpa pe the tape na etie no say omunhia o Yoni Kulendi fie ene yabesi ni say last week na tie say Jakpa a petition the CID office say sa case na Gofredame oye former Attorney General na ogina homa so pese odada Jakpa na Jakpa ko twantro court na ye de Atto4 etufiase no Jakpa se ne evidence ekuta no tape no CID office no MBA investigation no mon frɛ den Gofredame na ye ntoto na no na ye hu se asɛm no kore na ɔka no na Gofredame at the end of the day no se wentumi enyi no ho anase endi no ho afofi anase wentumi enyi no ho ano a ɛwɔ se Ghana mrani ni di ɛno na ende ade kyen ya yɛse abrantie bi ɔyɛ Ghana ni enso akɔ police se Jakpa no ene Yoni Kulendi na ne din ɛwɔ tape nim no police for so investigate de Jakpa ene Yoni Kulendi enso mama police for investigate Gofredame a ɔno so ya achimni Gofredame ya achimni Akuffo de yi ni say Attorney General Gofredame ene commit crime ena Yoni ena Jakpa recording no ena Jakpa de koma police say yehwehwem achimni bi a ono so yefra no Daniel Mafu Foriata oyo Foriata busuani oye achimni ti say Gofredame oye MPP di no ono so akoka che CID for say oh Jakpa epese yehu no kura ewom ye nyina ye nim yetie tape na ono so pese ye investigate Jakpa na sab man ye yefra no Daniel Mafu Foriata no one hwan enye se ebia Daniel Mafu Foriata no oye private citizen bi anipa nim no oye private citizen bi oye interior member of the NPP Akyem group oye integral member or not just a member enti sa di pana odi asemu yakọ CID office no opese o protect mameka binchro sa de we ya hu ya say obi educate na ko CID no Gofredame and a mastermind the idea we Gofredame cannot exonerate himself asem na Agyapadie akoma CID no investigation say yembie no Gofredame nim say commit a crime Gofredame nim say at the end of the day he will end up as somebody who is a liar say investigations no almost completing year Gofredame nim say there's no way he can walk out of that investigation on him say he's guilty. So what Gofredame is doing from what I am seeing and my experience is say this CID petition for Freya Abeya say ya investigating Jakpa any Kulendi no Gofredame na mastermind this idea with that's what I see it to be because nipa na akọ CID ho sisi ano Gofredame krom ni oka Akyem group no ho on Gofredame ene Akyemfo right now what Gofredame wants to do is say opese or say case no now Gofredame cannot go to CID. He cannot petition the CID that Jakpa should be investigated. Yoni Kulendi, who is his friend, should be investigated. So right now, what Attorney General for Gofredame, former Attorney General, is trying to do himself, he is trying to use his Akyem people to distract the system. He wants to make sure what say case na police for investigating and intina wakofa Akyem ni ba kwa oka omwa omni Akuffo do bebu aban no ese aban no say on friend no private citizen na ono so nko petition CID boss no. Gofredame knows that he has committed a crime. He knows he did not do things right. He knows he allowed politics to overshadow his thinking. Godfrey Dami knows say this evidence Jakpa Ediako to see the him no. He nowhere can he say it is not him. Godfrey Dami say on a normal day he should not be a lawyer in Ghana. In fact, he must be disgraced or see a trying to sue. Into right now, no, why not you say or use another 442 formation? Na Akuffo Akyem ni biba na Akyem ni no ebe distracted system. Now nipa your friend Daniel Mafu Oforiata oni nipa kro. I'm sure nipa kro. You count Daniel Mafu Oforiata almost a private citizen na. Godfrey Dami ya bono ofri bono nanso oni Akyem for ne nam inti don't get it twisted. Godfrey Dami or your bono or your half Akyem half bono. Ne call for the Akuffo don't call for so don't get it twisted. Godfrey Dami mo and a master plan we nyina. Or they are masterminding this. Now, see, Abrantewe and a friend a year Mafu Oforiata, Daniel Mafu Oforiata Oni. This is the man or ye Akuffo Busia or ye Akuffo Busia ni or your Oforiata Busia ni or ye Gabi Busia ni or ye Akyem ni omuna na omoshe Agyapadie nechi we Agyapadie no secretary no ni. Daniel Mafu Oforiata. Enti ya instructing say or no ena enko petition CID to make sure say send your beya Godfrey Dami oye Akuffo lawyer or ye MPP lawyer or ye Oforiata lawyer or ye MPP for sebio omaba krono ya yehwe mo nsemu lawyer no send be obetumi I find a way to protect him. Enti Abrantewe, your friend Daniel Mafu Oforiata. Now ni baby Emma ni role na o play no very important. I mention baby the role no important. What was that document where the Bible tell your friend Agyapadie document no. So ofa Agyapadie document na secretary na or sign a document no. Sa Agyapadie document no. The na ni din sha se on na secretary or sign is document no. On na ko print ya or den sa sha no. Na ono any friend Daniel Mafu Oforiata into kind Agyapadie document now. A similar blueprint will be replicated. Maybe I'm marking red no. Will be replicated in the oil and gas sector, which will also commence with the setting up of SPVs using petroleum revenues that currently flow into the consolidated fund as receivable to be mortgaged. Now, last paragraph no. Maybe I read no. Or say. The technical team led by DM Oforiata, Daniel Mafu Oforiata, should further evaluate the following details in order to choose the appropriate sites. Inti Agyapadie document no na Daniel Oforiata no or your technical team lead or your on the lead technical team no on na SIS secretary or then nsa share Agyapadie document na se no. Inti sa Daniel Oforiata we no oba Agyapadie document na a share Ghana for bufuo na na mpese mo ton Ghana ye goodie wa asase so nyina mo ho no na sa brand your friend Daniel Mafu Oforiata ono na technical leader document no na me kire no ono na ende or petition CID say on TRC say ye investigate Jakpa any Yoni Kulendi. The reason why they have an issue with Yoni Kulendi in say the NPP thought to say Yoni Kulendi was going to be in the ship of the Akuffo regime 100%. Now, Yoni Kulendi, no, he was smart. Yoni Kulendi put about 70% of his foot in the MPP ship. Yoni Kulendi was appointed by Nanado Danko Akuffo to the Supreme Court. Yoni Kulendi worked at Akuffo's law firm, ne papa law firm, no. Yoni Kulendi, he has been with Akuffo for a long time. But along the way, maybe he decided to be very reasonable, kakra. Because he realized, say, Akuffo and his group, no, they were doing some things that rational human beings wouldn't do. Now, Nanado Danko Akuffo free power, no. Oman will say, Yoni Kulendi is trying to be rational. Now, if Yoni Kulendi is going to be rational, then what they are going to do is they are going to pull Yoni Kulendi down. They want to destroy Yoni Kulendi. His intentions was for Yoni Kulendi to go do his bidding, to go do his job. Omar Tanasie will say, Yoni Kulendi is not doing the job for them. Yoni Kulendi is not the Yoni Kulendi they know. Yoni Kulendi is not that guy they were expecting. They expected, say, a Juma also a year edible Akyem Sakawa group, no, To be very honest with you, Yoni Kulendi is a good judge. Yoni Kulendi is a clever judge. I can tell you, say, as much as he qualified to be in the Supreme Court, his affiliation to the Akuffo clique and the money the north to the Supreme Court. He is qualified to be in the Supreme Court. Yoni Kulendi, or a perfect judge, or a good judge, or a good. The career, he has been good. But you see, the man Yoni Kulendi enya sa nod na ebo an man nod na ebeye fulfilled was because of his affiliation to Akuffo and his family. And now Mujin say, even though he's qualified to be in the Supreme Court or sit on the bench, if we put him there, he will be a proxy. He will be there to do our bidding. Now, Yoni Kulendi for some time has been a reasonable judge. Yoni Kulendi's Yoni Kulendi, no more expect to say, time mad. Tokonu's defender, but Yoni Kulendi told them, say, what is wrong? It's wrong. They were thinking Yoni beto ho yenye hu say ayede Tokonu edibone na o say cause
okay, abusuyanti nsɛm no mu bi ene ekokoti ne na ma show dwumadie unya like ya be like subscribe to the channel na afin so share dwumadie no ma foforo nso nsa entumi enkabi abusuya Kevin Taylor eden nsɛm 1 2 3 bi etoa so my person ba mi akọ ne akoti a chese of fire Akyem mafias expose omo a na chese enye asem kuma abusuya mo menko nkonkoti Kevin Taylor nsɛm a ode toa so
the Akuffo MPP group, now I'm more expect to say Yoni Kulendi will be the person to block in the constitutional na any Tokonu bedi. But Yoni Kulendi Momoti say as a judge who is serving Ghana, as much as he is a member of their group, he likes them. They made him go to the Supreme Court. He cannot democracy of this nation, the constitution under the bars. So he wasn't going to do that betting. And normal imagine say they want to intend say Jakpa any Yoni Kulendi omunye ni papa yan hwehwe omun se mu na yan disbade Yoni Kulendi. The target is to make sure say almost strip Yoni Kulendi off his the position as a Supreme Court judge. That is the target. That is and this and who say Akuffo for any Agyapadie ebuseni baako as Yoni Kulendi mua. Their target is Yoni Kulendi. It is not Jakpa because they don't have anything on Jakpa. The Akyem mafia no, they know for a fact to say omuni bibia on Jakpa, but they know say Yoni Kulendi dinya ya board wo case him no. If they petition the court, now they know say court no omuni Yoni Kulendi by Yoni Kulendi. They want to force the court to make sure say omogu Yoni Kulendi enimase, and that it might make Yoni Kulendi react. It might make Yoni Kulendi now start to go against the court. They want to set Yoni Kulendi up. They want to make sure say they put some anger in Yoni Kulendi for Yoni Kulendi to rebel, because the highest achievement Judge Beko is to be in the Supreme Court. On the table, you can see clearly say this Akyem group, they don't have anything on Jakpa. Yoni Kulendi no more targeted because they wanted him to do some job. Yoni Kulendi says, now I'm rational. So right now, they have turned around to go after Yoni Kulendi. Anything on yes, sir. Don't get it twisted. This is politics. Akuffo and the MPP for they are pained. Obi just say Afenyomakin. He's pained because Afenyomakin. Nani we are seeing Tokonu. The political career was built around Tokonu. Yeah. Afenyomakin became Afenyomakin when from time Tokonu be Chief Justice. We all know who actually took Afenyomakin serious. Every single thing he said was a joke to everyone. His conduct, his demeanor, his temperament. He was a child. He's still a child in parliament. But Afenyomakin knew, say, Tokonu na Oshona or any chocho muchono, Tokonu can make Afenyomakin look relevant in the eyes of the people who support corruption. And what happened was that when Tokonu was the Chief Justice, Afenyomakin became very powerful. Every small thing, they also let's go to Supreme Court. Because he knew that his partner, who is Tokonu, would do everything possible to make Afenyomakin look powerful and relevant. In this whole study, Afenyomakin's political life from 2000, from like 3 years ago, it was built around Tokonu. He was so bold to tell even the Speaker of Parliament his mind. Because we are there, we end up in the Supreme Court. And my best friend is the mom there. And Afenyomakin basically was riding on the back of Tokonu to disrespect the Constitution. And even in Parliament, at a point, he feels to say he knows more than the Speaker of Parliament. He feels to say, Assembly of Parliament, which is an independent body that makes its laws, Afenyomakin is able to take Parliament's situation and give it to Tokonu because he knows Tokonu will be on his side. And Tokonu made Afenyomakin that ignorant. Only ma Afenyomakin enya some sense of entitlement. Tokonu na ema Afenyomakin feel say or powerful in Ghana. So imagine senka MPP win elections na ka onim the Afenyomakin in the Supreme Court be. Sometimes you people forget easily. Sometimes you people don't sit and analyze. Senka ye mistake your time to me ma MPP. Do you know what Afenyomakin would have used Tokonu for? Onim the Supreme Court be. Do you know? Even in the middle of an election year, Afenyomakin and his group in parliament decided to make sure, say, opposition leader Addo, they wanted to deliberately jail Addo. They supported the agenda. They supported the Attorney General. They sat back and they tried to use the Supreme Court led by Tokonu to make sure Addo is jailed. Imagine we handed power over to the MPP. Count him the Afenyomakin by ye. And come on, the Afenyomakin Ghana. And I'm ready more. Sit back and look at Afenyomakin's body language when Tokonu was the CJ. Now your analysis, nebusa will say, in tinka 2 million nane, and anka MPP, a winning power, and a more majority of parliament, unim the ankebesi wa Ghana. Unim the Afenyomakin di Tokonu beye. You have no idea. You have no idea. And anytime I say, power now, it should be with us for 42 years. And when I say it should be with us, it should be with right-thinking Ghanaians who want to protect the constitution and the democracy of this nation. And the only people who can do that is us Ghanaians. And when I say us Ghanaians, people who believe in democracy. The NDC believes in democracy. People who believe in what we call unifying the nation. The NDC believes in that. People who believe in the rule of law. Saying keeping power when near the manko for we are done. How many power with the Omaka can street in so? You not to me when we get power. When somebody is in opposition and he starts to make that statement, Sandy Pani is dangerous. Because until say oh agri bonning, 2 minutes be doing seven wedding catch the unya 2 minutes what the bay. And some person who say MPP is dangerous, listen to their statement and watch their body language. You not to me, you not to me, you now the 2 minutes bay. But some say unya 2 minutes, they number some the bay. Unya 2 minutes the bay then. It means I agree with mutim. Person the 2 minutes deal. Person the 2 minutes suppress obi on your munya adwene. Person the 2 minutes essay chrono. Person the 2 minutes demo so for years. And until we hear 2 minutes. And yet 2 minutes person on the moche. And yet 2 minutes person on the mojene. And yet to me, person on the moko abenkrum, ekasi yenchichire Ghana. And yet 2 million person on the show so they are entitled. They feel entitled. Yet to me, when we get power, the mentality in us, my to me, the infant Ghana for so. But that's not what we want. We want people who govern with us, like what John Mahama and Nano Pokwajiman are doing, what the NDC is doing now. And everybody is free to demonstrate. Nobody is being attacked. for 9 months or almost 10 months. A month for a demonstration of Ghana, you attack will be. That shows us that the government of the day wants to govern. They were not eager for the power to rule you. They wanted the power to govern with you. John Mahama, Nano Pokwajman, they are governing with you. The MPP needs power to rule. And if you don't take care, now come to me, man. This is the NPP. You see today, their own general secretary, Atro petitioner, Koma party, Nikacha party, say, Abronye, we did the atemu, we go party who fin, Abronye, Oniminyansa, party in Penifuan trainer, so general secretary, or petition party, disciplinary committee. This is a party that want to me. Now, Busao, these were the same people who were on the street a week ago and saying, say, ye hune be a demonstration. These were the same people, no multi radio, Sunni TV, so a defending Abronya Ponchiwe. This guy, he was on UTV. He was defending Abronya. All because now Abronya there, no.
All right, Abusuyan teachers, winning some course or political hiring, such as a lawyer. Johnny Kulendi, NPP lawyer, Ababe make you tena, watch to pay Akyem mafias naked. What you say, Akyem mafias pornocran or moboyno, a Yadiana Godfred Dame, Eka, upon a Huabusia, and yet as some Kuma. Madam Bessia, no Madame somebody penny me could someone a course or political hiring. So, aha, a POG Media, Madam Massey.